Well, hi there, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Monster. Last time we were out moving the farms about, and I have done a little bit more off camera, so let's go have a quick look at that. So let's go down this way. You can see immediately probably that the netherwarts are now over here. They've got their own harvester and planter, and the reason for that is that netherwarts are their own seeds, if you like. So what they're going to do is they've got to reroute back into the planter, so the planter just gets full of netherwort, so they need to be on their own. There is a big hole, obviously. There's item ducting back here. It loops around the back into a better barrel over there. So that's working fine. Also, we've got all of the magical crops and food stuff, which I've picked up. Some seeds you might not have noticed. There's chilies, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, all these things. I'm probably going to have to find another way to automate them. I'm thinking computer craft. And you can see I am back on the strawberry juice. I'd forgotten how nice it was. Over here, for some reason, things are working better. We've got a couple of grain crops, and we've also got all of the other crops: the earth, the water, the glowstone, the nether, and the ender and the obsidian. For some reason the ender crop over here isn't multiplying. It might be the lily pads of fertility that were upsetting it. It might, I've got no idea what was upsetting it, to be honest. But over here you can see I've moved the barrels. They were along there. I like them in a wall better. So we've got over a stack of water, we've got actually over a stack of nether essence, which is pretty awesome, because that means we can now make lots and lots. Let's get a stack of that out, and actually let's get the stack of glowstone out as well. It does mean that we can, I'll put one back in so it remembers what it is. You can make it remember what was supposed to be in it, but that's okay. It means we can make lots of cool stuff. We've also got over 2 stacks of wheat. Around and up here. And we are at the farms, which, as you can see, I have stopped working. They've actually run out of fertiliser, and I've stopped them just for now. You can see that that one has made a huge mess of the walls. It's because these cocoa bean pods remove blocks. So what I'm going to probably do is get rid of these 2 squares and just have it growing at the front on that one. This one's absolutely fine. It's just full and overgrown. The reason it's full and overgrown is over here. You can see we have got well over 64 stacks of jungle wood already, 58 stacks of rubber wood, excess amounts of saplings, quite a lot of cocoa beans, some sand, all of that stuff. I should also quickly say that you do need to set the item duct with a servo motor to pull out. If you remember, I tested it on both. It does need it. They don't auto-eject. And finally over here, if we can sprint, which I seem to be failing at. The quarry is still going really well. I shall just hop down over to it. There we go. It is really, really deep now, so I'm not going to fall down there. And it has got lots of stuff. I am keeping myself very busy emptying it. For some reason we got tons of apatite and coal, so I've just put them in barrels. We've got all of this stuff. So what's that? 4 and a bit stacks of iron, about the same of copper. Quite a bit of lead already. Plenty of quartz as well. What I've been doing is moving the geostratus stuff off into the ME system and keeping stuff here so I can see what I'm actually getting. What else of interest? What's really interesting is this. For some reason I have got 11 emeralds. I have no idea why the quarry's digging up emeralds, because it shouldn't be in a hills biome, so I'm a bit confused. We've got a load of gold, bit of silver, oh, quite a bit of silver now, some more lead, even more iron, tins come up as well, yellowite for big reactors, as and when I get round to it, quite a lot of mimicite. So yes, I'm pretty happy with that. The two things which I desperately need, which haven't particularly come up, are redstone and diamonds, but I've actually had quite a bit more mimikite than that. I've been cloning up some redstone for this episode because I've left this running AFK for quite a while. This is all working fine. I did have problems yet again with buckets disappearing, but now I appear to be absolutely fine. Why am I absolutely fine? Well, I've turned the Buildcraft pipe into one of these. It's one with a servo motor, so it automatically ejects, and I've got rid of all the redstone pump and all that, redstone engine even, and this one seems to be working perfectly. I've also used a non-opaque one using the hardened glass just to see how they work. You can just see what's going through them. They're cute, I like them, but I'm not sure if they do lag the server a bit with all the extra graphics being displayed. So that is what we have got up to so far. So what are we going today? Well, you may notice there is a mysterious trench running all the way along here, all the way along here, and all the way along here. What has happened? Have we had an attack of very efficient Endermen? No, I have dug a trench. It runs along here, and actually if I jump down it runs underneath the factory. So I'm sure you can guess what I am doing. I am falling in holes. We are going to start plugging everything in. That's why I've been cloning up the redstone. So I'm going to get a little bit of building dirt, which is the one thing I've forgotten. I could get a bit of building stone because I've got infinite here. So what is my plan? Well, obviously this is the power room. This is where the power is going to come from here into the factory over there. It's also where the power is going to come from the quarries. The power for the quarries will be going through a tesseract. The items will also be coming back through the same tesseract. That saves me making tesseracts. So what I'm going to do is pump both power out of here to the factory, and I'm also going to have to pump the items which are coming from the quarries out of this room through to the factory. So that's what this trench is for. Due to the fun I've been having with the Buildcraft pipes, I am going to use item ducts. I've got a load here, and I have made up a load of hardened energy conduit. Now I'm going to put the item ducts in the bottom of the trench. I'm going to have to be down there to actually do it. And I'm going to put the conduits on top, and the reason for that is this is hardened energy conduit, which is really good. I'm not going to be able to get down there and do that. Hardened energy conduit is good, but there is one higher than it, which is the redstone energy conduit. So the hardened energy conduit takes 400 RF, this one takes 10,000 RF. Eventually, especially if I'm going to be working with things like the auto crafting tables, the one that makes the circuits, I've forgotten what they're called, I'm going to want more power being pumped over here. So I'm putting this one on top just so at a future date, when I've got the supplies to make loads of the redstone energy conduit, I don't have to dig the entire floor up to get to it. So if we just run this in here, we'll then have lots and lots of holes to fill in. If I could hit numbers, it would be very good. Right, this is where we've got to drop down, because I'm already too high, actually. Okay. This needs to drop down a bit. What I could actually do, thinking about it, is if we are sure we are low enough now, which I think that we are. I don't really need a hoe at the minute. Bit of dirt, don't hurt. Yeah, just run this one straight in that way. Okay, so the item ducts going to come along down here, across to here. Now I have a plan for this factory which is not going to be incredibly obvious because I am under the ground at the minute, but it will make more sense in a second. I'm going to have to dig the floor up, oh well. So here is where the items are going to come out, because this will be a dump chest. If I come over here, you can see I am right by the front door. Here will be a dump chest with a import bus next to it, so things get imported into the ME system through the side. The actual crafting terminals and all that will be over here with the controllers, so this is the hole where the power supply is going to come up. So all the ME crafting terminal will be over here with this lovely view of the trees and the moon rising, and the items will come up here where they'll be imported in. That is my cunning plan. Now the slightly uncunning part of my cunning plan is that, oh, I can just about click. I'm going to have to dig the floor up to actually get there we go. This cable in. Right, where are we? There we go. Come along here. Right, we now have to get through there. Yep, no way around it. I'm going to have to go through and dig the floor up and preferably not fall off that ledge. So this will be running through under here. That block appears to be in the wrong place. So there's the cable. Dig all this up. At least it is the bricks, so I'm getting them back, except they're all falling down here, so I'm not. I also, whilst I was doing all this, found this diamond pickaxe again. I think it must be the one, because I'm very forgetful about my stuff. I think it's the one which I was using way back when I was digging out the nether portal. That's what I assume it is anyway. Let's not use dirt, let's use a bit of stone under here. So obviously the basement is directly under here, so this cable will drop down into the basement somewhere round here. Oh, really? I'm one piece of cable short. Well, that's just stupid. How annoying. There is no way I can sort that either. Is there? No, there isn't. Okay, c'est la vie. Let's make our way out, do a quick repair job on the floor. Some of that, bit of that, one of them, and the marble bricks. Just like that, and nobody would ever know. So, oh, does that mean I'm going to have to make up? I don't have a lot of stuff to make an extra few, but I'm going to need it to actually plug it all in on this side as well. Well, boo and hiss. Right, because I don't think I've got any more mimikite about in there, let's just grab a little bit more of the mimikite. I'm still digging up more emeralds. Why am I digging up so many emeralds? I hope, you know, I'm not going to get a ton of emeralds and no diamonds, no redstone in that world, because that would be so annoying. That would be so annoying. Ooh, I'm going to need things like Invar. You can see I've been making up more item ducts. Just quick check I don't have any conduit. Zib. I've got a new keyboard. All the keys are in the wrong place. as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so no and no. Let's see, redstone energy conduit. I am going to need to make up a load of redstone for that, because I've only got 2 more bits left in here. So that's over a stack. That's fine. That's 2 stacks, that's plenty. So the leadstone conduit is glass, lead, and redstone. Yes, I remember. So super quickly, lead. Now, one thing which I do know I need. Do I have? No, I don't. So let's get a little bit of... There may still be some in here. There's none still in here. I'm going to need to pulverise up some of that and some ferrous. Got 1 bit of pulverised ferrous, but tons of that. Plonk that in there. It won't go out anyway, but hey ho. So, redstone, lead and glass should have plenty of. I do. So I can make up a handy stack of the leadstone conduit, which to be fair I already had 28 of anyway. Okay, let's get that out quickly, get some of these in. It's always so annoying when you find something that you've forgotten, isn't it? You've seen this plenty of times. Right, I can quickly combine those in here, can't I? Say yes. Tell me I've forgotten how to make Invar. Invar is made from Invar blend. Am I making the wrong one? No, it's only 2 to 1. There we go. 9 Invars, which will be... I've got loads of bricks in here still. No. Invar, that one. Right, make up a few more of those. And we will soon have loads more conduit. That's going to be enough for like another 6 pieces, which will probably actually be enough, isn't it? Won't it? Yeah, I've forgotten how to make it. Horridon conduit, it needs 3 to 1 and 3 redstone. I'd forgotten the recipe, clearly. So you don't actually need that much of it, so that's going to be enough for another 18, and that will be plentiful. So let's go plug everything in. One thing which would probably be handy, I don't know why I keep shutting the door, there is the other cell over here. Come back please, thank you. I also have a new mouse. It has a bad habit of double clicking every time I click. Okay, so this comes through here. Let's dig a hole to see where I am. Yes, I'm right next to that, aren't I? So what I'm going to want to do is dig down here. So I'm only actually going to connect in the power supply for the minute, but I will run that underneath. Like that. And this needs to go into here and up by 1. I'm making such a mess of this landscape. Like that, because what I'm going to do is plonk down this. I'll swap it out for a leadstone, which I don't, a hardened even, which I don't have. So I'll just plonk that down. It does not want to output on that side, on any side at the minute actually, but it does on the bottom. So that means, and it also wants to accept power in from the back and output it to the bottom. That's better. So that's now the power that's going into the factory through there. What that means is that I have tons of junk. I have tons of junk. Let's offload this into the ME system, because what that means yeah, all of this can go actually. Which will probably really upset the workings, but I don't mind. So how full am I? I'm getting pretty close to full actually. So what I'm now going to do is take all these out, because the ME system is finally going to be moved into the factory. So take that out. That's everything I need out of there. Pop, pop and pop. That also means that I can finally get around to dismantling that room. End of an era or what? Right, let's come and put this in. Now, I bet I didn't pick up any ME cabling, did I? No, that doesn't really matter though. So, the ME controller needs to go on top of that in the corner. Now what I intend to actually do for the minute is put the drives in another room where they'll be safe, because the worst case scenario, Creeper comes in, blows this out, I lose everything. But I'm just going to put it up there for now. Those are all switched on, and in a very nice pattern. That there, and there we go. It's a bit tight at the minute for this big room, but this room will very quickly get filled now, as will everything downstairs. We also need a dump chest on there. So let us go and get some more stuff. Let us fail at the doors. We will use one of these chests, I think, as a dump chest, because that is empty. There we go. And I do have my instant transportation device, which I really should be using. Lots of holes to fill in. So, the ME cabling is all in the other room, but it is finally time, I think, to destroy this. It has served us so well. I am really quite sad actually, because I really had a lot of fun making this logistics pipe system. But it is past its use now, and this room will be repurposed. I think I'm going to make this maybe into my own personal room, because I can't really think of what else to put in here at the minute. If I can, I shall do something else with it. That's wood. So, it'll be the tidiest this room has been in a very long time. You forget just how much stuff there is. My inventory is probably going to be pretty full soon. There we go. I think that one's empty. It is. That can finally come out, as can that. Which gives us yet another hole to fill in. That's probably empty, it is. Oh, that's the old dump chest. These ones still have a few bits in them. That's all my that sort of stuff. Mechanisms and stuff. Oh, that's my getting rid of things chest. Might be useful to have one of those. And these are all building stuffs. I'll have to clean these up off camera. Get the iron chests out. And I will have to do all the machines later. Does that have anything in? No. Now the discs probably ought to go in there just for now so I can sort them. But the rest can all go into the ME system. This can also be dismantled. Get this unsightly mess out of the middle of this room. Come on. Oh, I'm using one of these. There we go. Crafting. Oh, shall I leave a crafting bench in here? I don't have one, do I? It is. Oops. Is that empty? It is. Am I using the wrong thing on it? I am. Wrench. One thing you definitely do not want to do is get these things out with a pick because you will lose them. Now the wrench should be in my miscellaneous machine junk chest. Prizes if you can see it. That's the soldering iron. I see no wrench. Is it in here? No. Okay, well let's head over here. This is completely the wrong place, but since we're here, I'll say that I'm continuing to empty this. I've picked up a creeper trophy, and I'm really getting loads of ender pearls. And I thought there was something behind me just then. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. That's really worked really well. And I want this one, don't I? There we go. So, there is a dump chest. I'm going to have to set that one up with a servo to actually drag things out. No, I'm not, because things are going into it. What am I saying? I'm going to have to set that up with an import bus. Has the wrench ended up in here? It has. It is nearly dead. So let's finish off just by getting rid of these bits. Oh, there's a load of stuff in there. So, not the crescent hammer, that's not going to work. We want the wrench. Pop, pop, and pop. There we go. Do you remember last time it was this tidy? I certainly don't, and there's still stuff everywhere. So empty those out into there. And pop back through here. Ooh, I probably don't actually want to put those in there. Let's actually start messing this place up already and have a machines chest. The only problem is that things like this take up one slot each, so yeah. It gets a bit messy in here. It fills these up a bit quickly. And I don't have that much room. So, I think that is it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will now be filling in lots of holes off camera and moving things around a little bit, and then we can start making some more exciting machines around here. I must admit I don't like that view quite as much as the view looking this way. Might have to do something about that, but that will be for another time. So, thank you very much for watching. I very much hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you then. Goodbye.